Hey fam, it's IC of IC Studio, and today I finally have my 2023 March bullet journal setup. And this is my current bullet journal, which is a Neapolitan notebook from Archer and Olive. So feel free to use my affiliate code IC Studio 10 for 10% off eligible Archer and Olive items. And while we're here, I'll just show you a little flip through of what my journal has looked like since I started it last September 2022. I was already finalizing my March bullet journal setup, but I found that I wasn't happy with it, so I decided to stick the pages together and start anew. I wasn't originally planning on a collage style theme, but I'm going to use these stationery sheets that I bought from Stationery Pal. And if you haven't observed yet, I like ripping paper. And this is just me constantly rearranging stuff just so they look aesthetic. And finally, I stick them with glue once I'm happy with their positioning. And in between the bits of stationery, I shall be writing a quote in calligraphy. So the quote that I have selected is inspired by this month's theme, which is Frida Kahlo. So while you're watching this real-time calligraphy video, I'll tell you the story of why I chose Frida Kahlo for this month's theme. Otherwise, please feel free to mute. So anyway, I went to a Frida Kahlo exhibition with one of my amazing bullet journal friends, Chelsy of Wonder Journals. And we were very inspired by everything we saw that we decided to make our March bullet journal themes Frida Kahlo. So I originally had something else in mind. I had a skull with a flower crown, but it didn't work out. I didn't like how it turned out. And I actually felt like quitting bullet journaling there and then. I was actually really scared of not being able to do a decent March bullet journal theme. But fortunately, I had this sudden influx of spontaneous creative inspiration and ideas out of nowhere. I felt very inspired just looking at my vintage stationery collection and thought, hey, why not do a vintage collage style theme with hints of Frida Kahlo? So I also was thinking of doing a Dia de los Muertos kind of theme, but I couldn't really achieve what was in my head, in my imagination. I drafted the cover page twice and I wasn't happy with either of them, so I was having an expectation versus reality moment. And as much as I like getting outside the comfort zones of my creative abilities, I felt like the two original drafts that I have done initially were not my style. So I am very happy that I did a last minute change. So if you're currently going through that, please do not be afraid to change your bullet journal plans in the last minute. So anyway, I relate to this quote so much. So according to Google Translate, this quote means, "What doesn't kill me nourishes me." Oh, and before I forget, the pen that I'm currently using is a Pilot Feud Makase brush pen. I've also used this vintage alphabet stamp set. And I did Frida Kahlo's name from right to left because I didn't want any empty space on the right side. Alright, so now let's add some stickers here and here. I bought this vintage sticker book from Washi Gang. What I love about it is it has so many different kinds of vintage stickers. And this is me overthinking where I should place the stickers that I've chosen. I felt like I needed to share this bit of my plan with me video. Because as much as I love creating and enjoy the creative process, there are days like this when I overthink things and end up not enjoying what I'm doing. For me, this is a completely normal feeling, especially when I'm filming plan with me videos or anything creative really. And I just want to share that, it's okay to change your mind and it's okay to make mistakes. And as much as we want to, art isn't meant to be perfect. And I also learned that creative mistakes aren't actually mistakes because you can cover them up, change them around. And whenever people point out their mistakes on their work on social media, I hardly notice them. So yeah, I think it's really about overcoming the perception of making mistakes because mistakes don't happen in art. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. So anyway, this is me just adding some more stationery and stickers onto my quotes page. because I want to be a little bit extra. And also I need to use these beautiful pieces of stationery and not feel guilty about using them. Anyone else relate? Comment below. And here's another example of me overthinking where to stick this little piece of washi tape. If you relate, holla at me at the comments below. So anyway, I am now happy with how my quotes page turned out, and we will move on to the floral illustrations. So my go-to floral illustration inspirations come from these two books by Ali Kay. So I will be drawing a bunch of marigolds and roses, and I will be writing the month on top of them here. And I will be using my favorite sketching pens, which are the Sakura Pigma Microns. And I will be using the 01 size pen for the main outlines of the flowers, which I have already sketched out in pencil. So when I started bullet journaling 5 years ago, I was so obsessed with drawing flowers. And I didn't realize how much I miss drawing florals because recently I haven't drawn any. And now I'm falling in love with it again. So let me know if you want to see more florals in my bullet journal, if anyone's watching, that is. So I'm gonna use my 08 Sakura Pigma Micron to add letters on top of my florals. And this will be my March cover page. I decided to write March in Spanish so that it jives well with the quote that I did on my cover page, so that it doesn't look weird having the month in English and then the quote in Spanish. Here I am overthinking things again, but anyway, I'm gonna add details to the florals with my 005 Sakura Pigma Micron. So I like adding a little bit of petal folds and shading onto my flowers, just so the drawings don't look flat and look a little bit three-dimensional. I am actually very happy with how this turned out. I wanna cry. So comparing this to the two drafts I did earlier, this is more in line with my style and I am beyond happy. So let's move on to the other side of the Dutch door. Because I already have a planner this year and I don't need a calendar for my monthly page, I'll be doing something different. So for March, I will be incorporating some beginning of the month reflection prompts. So I get these from Pinterest and I try to select those that are different from the prompts that are already in my Dreamy Moons planner. So have you spotted the misspelled word here? If you have, comment in the comments below. Now that we're done with the beginning of the month reflections, let's move on to our weekly pages. Before I had a planner, I would write about my day in the weekly pages of my bullet journal. And now I have shifted to using my bullet journal as more of a memory journal. So on the left side of the weekly pages, I will stick stickers or memorabilia. And on the right side, I will write something about that week. I wanted to include fun things like doodle of the week, quote of the week, word of the week, obsession of the week, songs that I can't stop listening to, movies or shows that I am watching, stuff like that. So let's have a look at the final March bullet journal setup. So this is my cover page, my monthly reflection page, and my weekly pages, which consists of different prompts or questions. So I like doing something different every month and every week. Are you the type of person who would stick to a specific layout or spread every week and every month, or do you like switching things up like me? Let me know in the comments below. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. And please like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.